T. Every time you pull up to a stoplight, you're taking part in a silent agreement. A simple system of red, yellow, and green that keeps our world moving safely. We trust it, we depend on it, and every single day, it saves lives. But have you ever wondered where it came from? Very few people know the name of the man who helped make it all possible, a brilliant inventor whose story is as inspiring as it is overlooked. His name was Garrett Augustus Morgan, born in Kentucky in 1877. He was the seventh of 11 children, and his parents had once been enslaved. Growing up, he had very little formal education, leaving school after only the 6th grade to find work. But what he lacked in traditional schooling, he more than made up for with a boundless curiosity, an ironclad discipline, and an incredible talent for solving problems. Morgan wasn't just a worker, he was a thinker. He observed the world around him with a keen eye, constantly looking for ways to improve it, to make it safer for everyone. His journey as an inventor began in Cleveland, Ohio. After working various jobs, he opened his own sewing machine repair shop in 1907. This wasn't just a business. It was his laboratory. He tinkered, he learned, he innovated. He even started his own tailoring company and a newspaper, the Cleveland Call, he said, which became one of the most important black newspapers in the country. But his mind was always buzzing with bigger ideas that could change the world. One of his first major breakthroughs came from a moment of crisis. In 1914, after witnessing a horrific fire and seeing the immense dangers faced by firefighters and rescue workers, he was moved to act. He saw them struggling, overcome by thick, toxic smoke. Morgan put his inventive mind to work and created a device he called a safety hood and smoke protector. It was a simple but ingenious breathing device hood worn over the head with 2 long tubes that hung down to the floor, where the air was cleaner. This allowed a person to breathe safely in smoke-filled or toxic environments. It was an early version of the modern gas mask. Morgan patented his invention and traveled the country demonstrating it, often using dramatic and risky methods, too. In one famous stunt, he would fill a tent with toxic fumes and stay inside for 20 minutes, emerging completely unharmed, much to the astonishment of onlookers. The real test, however, came in 1916 during a disaster. A natural gas explosion trapped workers in a tunnel being dug under Lake Erie. The tunnel filled with smoke, dust, and deadly gases. 2 rescue teams had already tried to go in, but they never came out. The situation was desperate. Someone remembered Morgan and his safety hood. He and his brother were called to the scene in the middle of the night. Using his own invention, Morgan bravely descended into the chaos of the tunnel. He navigated the darkness and toxic air, pulling trapped workers and would-be rescuers to safety. He made multiple trips, saving several lives and recovering the bodies of those who hadn't made it. It was an act of incredible heroism. His invention worked, and it worked spectacularly. The news of his bravery spread, and his breathing device would go on to be refined and used by the U.S. Army during World War I, protecting countless soldiers from chemical attacks. It laid the groundwork for the safety equipment that firefighters and rescue workers still rely on today. But perhaps his most life-changing contribution came not from a dramatic disaster, but from observing the chaos of everyday life. In the early 20th century, the automobile was transforming American cities. Streets that were once filled with pedestrians and horse-drawn carriages were now crowded with cars, trucks, and streetcars, all moving at different speeds. Intersections became incredibly dangerous. Accidents were frequent and often deadly. There was no standardized way to manage the constant flow of traffic. It was pure chaos. Morgan saw this every day. He witnessed a particularly bad accident between a horse-drawn carriage and a car, and he knew there had to be a better way. The existing traffic signals were basic, often just having stop-and-go signs that were manually operated. They couldn't handle the increasing complexity and speed of city traffic. So, Morgan did what he did best. He started thinking. In 1923, he patented his solution, a three-position traffic signal. It wasn't just stop and go. Morgan introduced a crucial third position, a null-stop phase, 2. This new feature would halt traffic in all directions before the signal changed, allowing the intersection to clear completely. This simple addition was a game changer. It gave drivers and pedestrians the time they needed to get through the intersection safely before cross-traffic started moving again. It was the ancestor of the yellow light we all know today. His design was mechanical, with arms that rotated to show stop, go, and the all directions, stop, 4. It was simple, it was effective, and it had the potential to save countless lives. However, despite the brilliance of his inventions, Garrett Morgan faced the harsh reality of being a black man in early 20th century America. It was a world of deep-seated prejudice. Many companies and city officials simply refused to do business with him because of the color of his skin. His ideas were welcomed, but his identity was not. He'd a life-saving product, but he couldn't get it into the hands of the people who needed it. So, Morgan had to get creative and a little bit deceptive. To sell his revolutionary traffic signal, he would sometimes have to hire a white actor to pose as the inventor during presentations. Morgan himself would play the part of a mere assistant, demonstrating the device while the actor took the credit. Imagine the frustration, the quiet dignity required to stand by and watch someone else be praised for your genius, just to ensure your idea could make the world a safer place. It's a powerful testament to his character. He wasn't inventing for fame or recognition. He was inventing for safety, for progress, for the lives of people he would never meet. Eventually, he sold the patent rights for his traffic signal to General Electric for $40,000. That's over $500,000 in today's money. His three-position concept became the foundation for the automated, electric traffic light systems that were adopted all over the world. Today, traffic lights stand on almost every corner of the globe. They are a silent, constant presence in our lives, a system of order we take for granted. They protect drivers, cyclists, pedestrians, and families every single day. And behind that silent system is the enduring legacy of a man whom history almost forgot. Garrett. Augustus Morgan's story is a powerful reminder that ingenuity and brilliance know no color, no class, and no background. He was a man who saw problems and dedicated his life to solving them, overcoming incredible personal and societal obstacles along the way. From the safety hoods that protected heroes to the traffic signals that protect all of us, his inventions have had a profound and lasting impact on public safety. He didn't just change traffic. He changed how we think about protecting human life. So the next time you're waiting at a red light, take a moment to remember Garrett Morgan, the son of former slaves who lit up the world with his bright ideas. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the hidden heroes of history. See you next time!